Uh, Hi guys. So this is another video. I think I'm not sure what all I spoke about in the previous video, but in this video I'll be talking about how I take decision and how do I build confidence into a business, and how do I build position into that stock, right? So the first thing is, how do I take decision? Uh, I follow a few things, that is what that business does, what is their business model looks like, how do they make money, what is the when I say how do they make money, is how do or like offer what offering product or service offering they have for their customers, and what is the return of those they're offering, what is the profit they make, and I track those things. If they do that in a good way, in a good direction, I build my decision into either should I go or not. Second thing, I see what is the valuation of that stock. Again, that is something which I learned, that how to calculate those things. But yeah, the point is, I see if the price of that stock, or the money which I will put into that, is reasonable. Is there a potential to grow further? Is there potential to either grow market cap, or either grow more, or attract more money from investors, or become more attractive in future? So these are the few things which I look at to build a decision. Again, this is something very high level. Maybe you will not understand how I do that. Maybe I'll talk about how do I also build my position, and then how do I take decision out of it, right? So when I suppose I hear or read about a company, first thing what I do is I read about what they do, understand the business model, do little bit of in-depth study of the entire business model, to understand the entire vision, what they've been doing, what is their like USP of that business, or what is that future growth path, all those things. And then I go and listen to the business management commentary, or discussions about what their plan is. And in those discussions, what I hear is, again, the conversation look like. Is it something in a positive sentiment or not? Or those are my personal judgment, but I do take those things. Our analysts or investors are confident or happy about what the business has been doing, what kind of questions people ask. I analyze all those things, and based on those these two things, one is business model. If I have understood the business model, then I want to understand what the people who are running those business are doing, what is their thought process looks like, what is their end vision of that business. So this is the second step. And when these two things are in check, and the numbers are good, the valuations are good, I start with a small position. Again, it depends on individual. Anyone can start with any number. I start usually with 0.5% of my allocation. So this is something very small, right? So if I give you an example, suppose I have around 1 lakh rupees. I just put 5,000 rupees in that stock, and that is the first step I do. If everything is if everything aligns with my process, right? Or you can say like a checklist, right? So once that is done, I start tracking every update of that business. So usually these companies or listed companies give update to NSE or BSE, or like basically they update about what the progress has been. That is something mandatory for them to do, and I read them very carefully, and not only this particular business. So if I give you an example, suppose I'm investing in a jewelry brand called Kalyan Jewelers, right? So I'll also see how Titan is doing, how Senko Gold is doing, how PNG Cargill is doing, or and I'll see all these other companies update, and see how my company has an advantage, and what is the potential for them to capture the market share compared to other companies. So that is something very important, right? So I do study other companies to understand how this company will do, and then I put some money, and then I start tracking them, so that whatever their end goal is. Suppose they have a goal of going 10x in next 5 years, in next 10 years. So if I put money just listening to that, I can't, if I don't track them, I will not be able to put more money, right? And if I have, as you remember, I told I started with just 5,000 rupees. Now if I have just 1 lakh rupees, and if the business does really good, right, ideally I should put like 20-30 rupees out, 20-30,000 of that 1 lakh rupees, right? So that if it goes 10x, that 30,000 can become actually 30 lakhs, right? So that, or 3 lakhs, right? So the point what I'm trying to say here is that you have to track so that you can put that amount of money, right? I am talking about 30% of my money, right? So to reach that level, I start with just 5,000. So I start tracking. If business keep delivering or taking a steps reaching that goal, I keep adding more money. So that is how I do. I also keep a check, similar check of what the business performance has been, what the valuation is going on, what the future valuation looks like, and let me add again, like double down or add small percentage more. So maybe I'll go from 0.5 to 0.7, or sometime I might go from 0.5 to 1 or 2. It depends how bullish or how confident I am about that business, right? And then slowly I keep tracking. And I also, one more thing is, I rely on everything whatever they say. So I don't start self-doubting. Oh no, they might have said this, but maybe these numbers are wrong. I don't start questioning all these random things, because if this information has been disclosed by the business, what I believe is everyone is reading the same information, right? So why should I uh, just bring my bias into that? Oh, this might be wrong, right? Or this is something false, could be, this could be false. Because when I also, why I'm talking about this is, like, when I used to talk about these things with my friends, like, oh hey, this business did really good, I have built like good position into this, I'm trying to build more position, and they keep asking me, how do you trust these numbers? But my question is, like, why should not I trust, right? If this number is the only number which they are sharing, and everyone is reading the same information, why don't I trust? Like, why shouldn't I trust it, right? So I will trust whatever is there, and then I'll build my position. The day, suppose it is identified that okay, they did wrong, right? Or those informations were false, the day this news or this update comes out, right, everyone will know at the same time, correct? So I'll also know, and I'll also take a decision to move away from that stock. But until nothing is wrong, why do I start just simply guessing that, oh no, they might say, so they might be sharing something wrong? Why should I doubt, right? Again, if I doubt, I'll not build confidence. I'll like I'll be more shallow in that, right? If I start doubting on every stock, every company, every people, and there's like 5,000, more than 5,000 stocks in the market. If I have a doubt, I'll simply move to another company, right? I am studying the business model. If I'm able to understand the business model, it's easy for me to understand the company. And then when I hear everything, when I see all the performance or their goal, and I'm also not taking a big risk of putting my 30% of their total net worth in that business, right? So what I'm doing is I'm starting with a small percentage. So I am keeping my check so that I don't take a huge risk and completely like fall. So my process is, you start with a small position. This, and one more thing I do is, like, this business. So it's not like, okay, this stock or this business is something I heard right now, but this business has been doing really good from past 3 months or 1 year or like 2 years. I will not put like 10% now, because this business has been doing good. I just got in the train, so let me sit in the front, right? No, what I'll do is, I'll still start with a small position, because for me that information has come today, or my journey has started today. So I will see and follow my process from today. So if I talk about, so if suppose I hear about from you or somebody else that I bought this stock and my total position is around 20%, 30%, I will not build my position to 20-30%, right? I'll start with 0.5. That is the process I strictly follow. I make sure I start from first step, and I keep adding as I learn, based on my own decision, based on my own learning, and I build position. I don't want to make 100% from day one. I definitely, I have I pray that stock becomes 10x, 20x, 100x. But the point what I'm trying to say here is, like, I'll be not over greedy, that no, maybe the stock is going to do 100%, that guy is confident, let me buy his his knowledge or rely on him and then put my own whole money into it. That is something wrong, right? And what I understood is, I have done those things, and I have taken such influenced decision, and I realized that I was worried about that stock or that business when that fell down, because it was not based on my own understanding. I borrowed those understanding, right, or those theses of those business updates. So this is some learning which I took, and then now what I do is I build based on my own learning. And today I have stocks which have a position as 0.5 percentage. I have a stock which I have a position of around 10 to 12 percentage almost. So and I don't also think of, no, I'll have just 10 stocks or those 5 stocks. No, I buy as much stocks possible if the business are doing good current. And if you see my entire stock position, it doesn't mean that every stock has 0.5 percentage. Stocks or businesses I hear initially, those are at a position of lower allocation, and as they grow, I also grow along with those businesses, and I also grow to like keep adding more money, so that my allocation simply also becomes higher. And I don't every day check at my allocation. No, I have to check. No, I don't do that. I simply listen to business update. I start with my journey, and based on those updates or further progress, I add more and more, so that my allocation also increase. And even the stock has fallen down, I still add. Even the stock has become double, I will still add. Even if the stock has not moved, I'll still add. So coming down to give you a very clear understanding, I do my own research. I read and understand those business, then only I put money. I go very in depth to figure out what their business is doing. I don't build position from day one. I like with a 100% position, but I start from very small allocation. I don't doubt the business updates, and I build my position to keep when as the business starts performing well and well, right? So these are the few things which I follow, and these helps me take good decision around this. And so far the journey has been good. I don't look at price also, which I just forgot about telling you. I don't look at stock price, because actually stock price really doesn't matter. I don't see, what I'm trying to say is, I don't see every day or every quarter what the stock movement has been, because it's not in my control, right? And if I start getting influenced by something which is not in my control, which is not in which is just like simple fluctuation, numbers are just moving, and if the business is doing good, even if it is falling in a negative way, I don't care. If the business is doing good, I'll build my position, I'll keep building. So this is a process which has helped me actually build or go through this journey of stock investing well. And I enjoy doing this now, and I'll try to bring more and more learning around this, so that you can learn. And these videos will be a little longer, because I don't know, like if you want to really share something genuine information, something very in-depth details for somebody to understand, it cannot be cropped into a short video, so it might go longer videos. But the point what I'm saying is, I was just trying to talk about all the process. In the next video, maybe I'll bring more detail into what kind of numbers I see, what kind of numbers I track, how do I understand business, what kind of business model I prefer, all those things. But yeah, something until I am convinced or I understand 100% of that whole thing, I don't invest. So that is the process I follow, and just wanted to share those things. And that helped me build confidence. I don't doubt. I sleep peacefully, even if the stock falls, or even if the business stock goes up. And because of this reason, I'm always invested. I hardly hold cash, and I almost manage all my decision now by myself. It's been around 3 years this journey started, but currently it's been very recently, almost like a year, where I take control of all the decision making by myself, without getting influenced or without relying on somebody else. So that's all. Thank you, and I'll be sharing more and more videos as I also grow here, or basically as my journey go ahead in this stock market investing. Thank you. Keep watching, and please drop your comments, your questions also. This will help me also address these questions, or maybe these questions something if I figure out, I will also learn equally. And that's all. Thank you so much and keep watching.